Okay, so I'm going to see Angular. First, to start any of these, you need Node you already have installed. This is just a reminder for the students that haven't installed yet. You can find it here because we are going to use this, no? The Node package manager. That when you install Node, you have this one, no? We need both. What is Angular is a JavaScript framework which allow us to create reactive single page applications. So it's one page that you update the DOM based in something, maybe in some information from the server. But it's only one page. It's not like the traditional pages that you have maybe 5 pages and you browse between them and you send the information to the server. Now this is just one page and you update parts of the page. That's why it's faster because you update what you want. You don't refresh all the page. Those are single page applications. So now you can go to, not yet, don't go yet to the documentation, but if you go to this link, you will see this page. I'm going to open it. Okay, wait a minute. It's in the pointer. Okay. So you see here, you have here the documentation, and the first thing you have this command npm. So you need npm. That's why I told you have to have installed npm. With npm, you are going to install Angular CLI. When you install this, you are able to use the Angular commands. Then there are other commands. For example, this ng means Angular from this, no? So all the commands in Angular start with ng. But don't worry about this. You just use these ones. That's it.
You want us to use them?
No, no, not yet. Okay,
Okay.
it's just, I'm telling you. So maybe if I explain some part, you can see, you can go to the documentation and find new features that maybe I'm not showing you, but you can go to the documentation and you can see that everything is there. So you need to install Angular CLI. You have to, this is a command to create one application. This is called BoilerPlate. BoilerPlate is a template. I'll explain you maybe in the slides is more details, but not tomorrow. Okay, then you have to start the server with ng Angular serve. So that's how you start the server that is configured when you create your Angular application. Okay, so that is regarding the page. And also here there is not how to create components, but you will see after. Okay, so okay, this is just to remind you how you can do. In Windows, go to your folder, the folder that has permissions that allows you to modify, create folders. You are not going to use C folder, go to users and your user, and inside you can create one folder where you can run these commands because these are going to create folders and create files, and if you don't have the permission, you're going to get an error. So for the people that use Linux or Macs, you can use sudo, no? Sudo is for using to change to the
Yeah.
administrator. Yeah. So I don't know too much about Linux, but you know. So that is just to let you know that you can do it like that.
And for Windows, what do we have to do?
You have here, I'm going to show you, okay? But the
Okay,
slides
no
are
problem.
in Moodle. So I'm going to show you from scratch, but in Windows. Okay, so you have this in Windows, then we have here. You are going to use one command, ng, the Angular, no? Angular, new, and the name of your application. So this is the command, ng new app. So this is going to create a project with this name. That project is known as BoilerPlate. So it's like a template project that works. So you can run it with a server and you can see that it's working. The pages are working in the project. So a boilerplate is like a template or a basic project that it has everything configured, so you don't have to set up anything extra because the setup is kind of difficult, but you just go straight to programming here when you use a boilerplate. Because you can do also manually, but it's more complex because you have to know how to set up and where to put the libraries and everything. So instead of that, everybody use this, the commands. Okay. Then when you run the command, there is going to ask you 3 questions. So the first question is going to ask you about, do you want to enforce a strict type checking and strict bundle batches and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so this is, now we are in developing mode. There is a production mode. So the answer for this question is going to be no. Because this now we are developing, so it's not production, is when your project is deployed and the clients, the users are actually using it. So you are going to answer no to the first question. The second question is, would you like to add Angular routing? You can answer yes here, okay? Then the last question is, which style sheet format will you use? So you can browse here or going down with the arrows in your keyboard to select the one that you want. But we're going to select this one, the easiest one, CSS, because there are SAS, LESS, and these others. Okay, so we are going to use this one. Remember these 3 questions. Then what else? Well, when you create your application with the command ng new, and the name of application, it's going to create a folder in the place where you run the command, where all the boilerplate with the project, no, with the project in Angular, with all the files, is going to create that folder with all configurations. Going to be located there, and you just remember that you have to change directory to the new folder. And then to start the application, you are going to type in the terminal, in the CLI, you are going to type ng, that means Angular. Remember, all the commands in Angular start with ng, and serve. With serve, you start your server. Then there is one extra question that is going to ask you. It's up to you to say yes or no, because it's, would you like to share anonymous usage data about the project with the Angular team at Google? So you can say yes or no, it's up to you. So I don't know, Google wants to know what you are doing with their projects. Okay, so as you can see here, the information about the server is going to show in your terminal. By default, is this, is localhost at this port, for 4200. Okay, then you can go to your local host. You will see that is running your application, and that is the boilerplate. So you have a project running in Angular, and you can start modifying your code and adding new components. Okay, so then we will see how to create new components. Okay, so the first thing that I told you was to go to a place where you have the permissions for everything, no? So you can go, for example, I know that the permissions for Windows users are here. I have here many folders, so I'm going to create one folder just to put these projects. I'm going to put a pro. Name it as you want, okay? So here pro. So here I'm going to create my project. So there I'm going to open the command line. Okay, so let me like this. So I need to go just one more inside one more folder. Well, but I just put this. Okay. Okay, so remember the commands that I told you? This one, no? I already have installed Angular, so I don't need to do this one. Then the next one is this one. ng new and the name of your app. So you can type that, no? Okay, so ng new, and you can call it my app or my new app or the name of my new project or my new web project.
So, Miss, is that going to be like a project per se?
Yes, it's a project.
Okay.
So the project is like a basic project that you take the basic project and you are going to add your features. So those type of projects are known as boilerplates. So here, remember that the question that I told you, it was no?
Wait, what did we have to do to install ng though?
Okay, it's this line, okay? The first one, so I'm going to wait for you, for everybody in the
Wait,
meeting.
what first? Wait, are you sending it to the chat? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
okay, there is it. So that one is to install Angular CLI. CLI is the command line, the commands from Angular, because you already have the Node Package Manager, NPM, you already have it. We have used it before. Okay, so would you like to add Angular routing? I'm going to put yes. And you see, I can move with my keyboard with the arrows, but I'm going to keep CSS. You see that it's in blue. I'm going to give it enter, and it's installing. And you see that it creates my app. This folder is creating the folder and some files that are going to be inside that folder. I'm going to wait for you to run the first one to install Angular. Then you can create your new application. I'm going to wait for you, okay? So that
How long
is
does
the
it take
first,
to install?
it's fast. So
Okay.
that is the first one. The second one that you, once you have it installed, you can run the second one, but remember put in a place where you have permissions from the operative system. Because as you see, it's creating files and folders inside here. If you don't have permissions, there is going to be an error. Juliano, yes.
Yeah, Miss, you just say yes to the.
Okay, I'm going to put you here. The first question is no, yes, yes. It's no, yes, and CSS.
This is for wait, but this is for install. Um.
No, this is when you create the new application. When you
Okay.
install, you receive some message.
Yeah, it says change this setting. See HTTPS TPS Angular.io analytics.
And it's asking you yes or not.
Yeah.
Mine just says no.
No, put yes. I don't know actually. I
But
don't know.
yeah,
Put yes. I don't know.
what? Okay, do I put yes or should
Yes,
I?
put yes. Yes.
Okay.
Because I don't know. It's different for everybody. Yeah. For me, it didn't ask me anything of that.
For me, it just didn't ask me the.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
So
I put
maybe
yes.
it's the version or something like that.
Okay. Never mind. It's good.
Do I reinstall it to try again?
No, no, no. I don't think so. Just
Because I put
go
no. Because on mine
ahead.
it says no.
We will see if your project runs. The boilerplate runs means that it's working. So don't worry. Okay, so now I have my project. I'm waiting for you for have you running the second command.
Wait, could you scroll up
Scroll
in
up
your command?
here.
Because okay, so you change and project. and then you just put my new app.
Yes, I changed to this place where I'm going to put my code. Yes, Alex.
After we download it, we have to change our directory.
Yes, I choose this one that is my user, and I create a new folder where I'm going to put all my Angular projects here if I
Okay.
create more.
And when we install the Angular project, where is it supposed to be?
You can start your here also in the, but it's general. You can open the terminal, move to this directory, or do it from the beginning. It's okay from the users because it's general. It's going to install in all. It's not like installing in one folder. So everybody's good. Everybody has the project.
It's low. It's downloading.
I think there's an issue with
Can you share your screen? I'm going to stop sharing.
this is what I get. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be there.
Ah, it's warnings. There is not errors.
Okay, so then I'd have to change my directory to the thing I just downloaded, right?
No, 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 no. You install Angular. You
Right.
use with that you just install Angular. Eh, then I saw that you change directory to Angular or something. I don't know what you write there, but no, it's a folder that you create like here in a place where you know in your users maybe. So I'm here, I change directory to users, Laura, and I put a new folder because I have many folders here, so I get lost here. That's why I create one. One for all the projects that I'm going
All
to
right,
run
then I
for.
the new folder I create, right?
Yeah, no, just there. And when you create your new project, this one, ng new my app, is going to create, when it's running, it's going to create the command is going to create this. So you don't need to add anything else.
Okay, I see. I think I got it now.
For me, it created the app. It created my app, but on my command packages.
You don't have inside anything. You will have inside a lot of files. If you
Well, I'm
go,
not sure yet. Well, it still says installing packages for me.
but you can go and open and you will see that inside there are
Okay,
many files.
let me check.
Okay, so everybody is good. So I think we have everything here.
I don't know, miss. It's throwing me error messages.
But it's
Weird.
warning or
It
okay,
appears to be a problem with Python, seeing that it's a problem.
problem with Python.
Yeah, but I'll try like updating Python.
Okay, can you share your screen to see what is error? Because I have no idea.
Yes, but let me give me 1 second. I'm just gonna look if like it's trying to give me a security permission. Yeah, no, it's not asking. All right. So screen share. I shall do it here. Enter. Okay. So here you see it's like it's giving me the error, and like let's say I do something like this, and just do enter. This one we do Y, right?
It was no.
Or
No.
no, doesn't really matter.
Yes.
And this one Y,
Yes.
yes. And then
enter.
enter.
Enter because it's CSS.
Yeah. Oh, wow. What is it saying to me now? It's giving me a new error.
Also flip on path. Because you already created, maybe
Oh.
you can change the name of your application. Create new application, my app 2, for example. Yes.
An error message. So I don't know if it'll give it to me again. It's thinking a lot. Yeah, you see?
I think click ignore because
Yeah, but I mean, I was
Ignore.
just wondering.
I think
That's I'm
it creates your project because when you try to run it, it try to override.
because yeah, it like I'm trying stuff. Those are the names of the project that I tried to install. But it's like I was just wondering if it was something to be concerned about.
I don't
I don't
think
know.
so. We will see, okay? If
All
your
right.
project doesn't run, means that you have a problem.
All
Okay,
right.
because remember that this is creating a boilerplate, so it's a
Mhm.
project that is running. If it doesn't run, is some problem you have. So now what we need to do once we create our project, so we are here, we need to move CD to this folder, no? The one I'm not sharing anything, no? Okay, I'm going to share. Okay. Okay, so now we are here. Okay, so we need to move here because here are the commands to run the server. So you have to cd my app or the name that you call it. And then you have to type ng serve. Use serve like that. And I think there is one question, extra question. So I'm going to put you in the chat. Where is the chat? I lost the chat when I am here. Chat to everyone here. And you said, okay, would you like to share data with the Google and blah, blah, blah? I put yes. I don't know if,
Miss,
yes.
it that after I installed my packages, it says, please tell me who you are, run git email, and then it says to set your account's default identity, and then it detect email address.
It's
Yeah, same here.
because it's the same for you, Juliano.
Yeah, but I just but
And okay, yeah, so I don't need to worry about that.
No, because it comes with initialized Git, so it's going to ask you about your credentials for GitHub.
And did you get a bunch of warning files before?
Yes,
Okay.
I received so many warnings and some errors, but you will see if it works or not. Okay, so now you see the server is running at localhost 4200.
Well, what did I have to do before that? Change CD my app?
You have to go inside my app or the name of the project that you name it, as you call it, as you name it.
Okay.
So cd move there, because there, when you run the command, it's going to find here where is the code of the server. So that it will take the JSON, package JSON. Here in package JSON, that is configuration, so we don't have to worry about that. But in package JSON, there are all the dependencies of the project and also what is going to execute as a server, and everything is there. So you don't worry about that. Just go inside this, but in the command line, and type ng serve. Now you can open your Visual Studio Code to see the code, no? Because seeing like that, the code is difficult. So now, actually, now that your server is running, you can go to localhost. Yes, Alex?
When I do ng serve, the serve command requires project, but a project definition cannot be found.
Okay, yeah, we are going to see that after, okay?
And for me,
But
this
you,
when I did and gserve it, it says that compiled successfully. Is that all right?
yes. So you can go to localhost and try if it's running or not. Okay, the localhost at that port, 4200 there. Okay, so before opening the ID, I'm going to localhost to see if it's running. And you see it's running. This is the page you will see. Okay.
Wait, were you supposed to do every serve?
Hmm? What?
Was I supposed to write anything else after ng?
No, 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 no. Is you see that it's running and you don't have like a prompt here because it's running the server here. I'm sharing my screen. Yes. Am I sharing? Yes.
Because I don't see where it tells me that my local host is active.
Okay, if you don't see in the terminal, go to in the chat I put your localhost 4200. Click there and see if it's working or not. If it's working, it's going to show you the page or the project running like this.
Okay, yeah, it works. Thank you.
Okay, so that is a boilerplate. It's a project that is uh, already configured or set up for you. You don't have to do anything there. So, and when you started, you have a page that everything is working. So that is a boilerplate, and you can start adding things there.
Like, do I have to write ng serve every time I want to open my server?
To start your server, yes. It's the
And
only thing that you have to do because you already created your project. Yes, you have to do ng serve.
but I always have to be in the my.
Yes, you have to be there because it's going to take the package, one file here. It's going to take and read from there, and it's going to start the developer server.
Okay, and how do I stop the server?
Control C.
Okay.
Okay, so now that you have it running, you can open your code with the IDE. So you have your IDE here. I'm going to open folder. It was in C, users, Laura, and is this one, no? Ah, no, it wasn't that one. It was inside this one. Yeah, you can open it there. Okay. So everybody's good?
No, I'm still not good, man.
Okay, I'm going to stop sharing to see if I can solve your problem. Okay, can you share your screen? Okay, you have to be inside the project that you create. Where is the project? Can you go up in your terminal to see? Yes, it's in Angular My App. So you have to do cd change directory to My App. No, but it's My is no, you have to do cd My, give it tap, it will find it. Tap.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. Yes, like that. So it's not finding the files.
think it, okay, it's running.
Okay, good. So you have your project running. So that is an Angular project. Okay, so now so everything start here, or almost all the web servers start the page that start that is like the root page is index. So if you can see here, we have an index page here. So let me go here. You have here index. Okay, so that is in source. So don't mind about the other files because those are configuration files. Just focus on in this one, in this folder.
Miss, is this something you uploaded on GitHub?
No, I haven't uploaded anything on GitHub because
Oh,
we're
where,
creating everyone is creating this, so you have already this in your code.
where in source do we have to go? Oh, on index. Never mind. Sorry.
No, yeah, yes, in source, if you open the folder source, you see that you have an index. So the
Okay.
web server is going to start this page index, but you don't see this page because as you can see here, you have a tag that we don't know this tag, app root, or have you seen that tag? No. The
No.
HTML tags are, for example, which ones? Paragraph, that is P, div,
Full body.
span, yes, body in the internal tags, the anchor tag. So here we create our tags here, the same as in React. We create our own tags. So these are components. You create your own component, and actually the main page, the page that is rendered at the beginning, is telling us how to create your component. This is the command. The next command that we are going to use when we want to create our own component. Now we are going to see what I'm showing you is that everything starting index. So in index we have this tag, and this tag is, if you go to the folder app, in the folder app is all the code for this tag. Okay, so when you create in Angular a tag or a component, it's going to create some files like this one. A module TS, that is TypeScript, component TypeScript. This is for testing, so don't mind this one. This is for testing. Then you have the HTML and the CSS. So it's like your component is a bunch of files that that are going to contain the code that you want to assign for your tag, for your own tag. So as you can see here, for example, in which one? Yes, in the TypeScript. So TypeScript is a subset of JavaScript. So it's not the same because JavaScript is so permissive, but TypeScript, it has more rules than JavaScript. So this is not JavaScript, it is TypeScript, but it's a subset, so it's similar. Okay, so now you have here, this is a class, no? Your component is a class, the component app, the basic that you came here, no? Already in the boilerplate. So when you create your own component, the name that you want to assign, doesn't matter, is going to create these files, the CSS, the HTML, the component, and the module when you run this command. Okay, so now as you can see here, your component is a class. The class is app component. And you have here, these are decorators. So the decorator uses a template HTML, where is the HTML code that is going to be rendered here. and it's going to use the CSS that is here in this file. So here it has anything, and in the HTML, we see that it has the style here in the file, and it has all this HTML. Okay, so let me divide the window so you can see here that the title, what is the title here? Here. So it's combining HTML with this, no? With this code. So you have a variable here, title and my app. If you change that to maybe some name that makes like the difference, you can see when it renders. Let's save this. You don't need to stop the server. I'm going to stop the server because it's not refreshing. I'm going to stop the server. You don't need, because this server, let me see if I change that. Yes. Okay. So mainly you don't need to stop the server, but I don't know why it didn't compile, but if you can see here that it changed to Fedora. My app Fedora. So here in the HTML is taking this variable that I'm sending here in variable title. So this is in the HTML here. Okay. If I change again Fedora, maybe Paquita, you see, I didn't need to stop the server. This server automatically compiles the code and renders. So it's not like the other server that we used before with Express, that we have to stop the server to be able to see the changes. So this has like another library working so that you don't need to restart the server. Okay, so we have this. Now, everything is good now. Okay, so as you can see, the CSS is here, the styles, but you can add your CSS here. In this file, it's empty now, you can add it here and change the look of your components. So each component has its own decorators. No? The decorators are the HTML file, the CSS, and the class that is the TypeScript code that is like JavaScript that renders the values of your components. So all these files makes just one component. So I think we are going to stop here because it's a lot of information. And next class, we will do this, generate component. And we're going to create our own components with our own tags. So also another thing, the TypeScript, here in the selector is the name of our tag. So you have app root, and remember that in index, what we have? The tag app root. So when we create our own tags, you will find here in the component part, you will find in the selector the name of your tag. And you can modify it. But if the command give us a name, we have to, it's better to use the name that the command give us. Okay, so I think we are going to stop now. So you have to replicate this. And next class, we will advance more, no? Because we have just like 15 minutes to try to create components, so it's not enough time. Any question? You can also delete. This is a code that you can delete. You can go to index and no index. This one, your component, and change here everything that you want to change. For example, we have title there. Maybe you want a variable name. So now we will have an error because name is not going to find name. We have an error, but you go to your components and here you add a new variable name. Name, for example. I'm going to change this to Hopper. Hopper is my cat. Okay, so you see, now I can see Hopper here.
Can we see your cat?
My cat is sleeping.
Oh,
He's sleeping. Sometimes he comes to here. Yeah. Okay, so actually Fedora was a cat, Paquita was a dog, and Hopper is the cat that I have now. Okay, so now you can see here, no, is the boy. These commands and this way of programming is very easy for us to create projects faster, and the applications are faster also because, for example, you change just one part of your page. You don't change everything because it's single page applications. Okay, so I'm going to stop here. I'm going to stop recording. And everybody is good? So far, so good? Yes.
Yep.